Guys, welcome back to the tool shop. You're here with Vincent and Tyler, Tools and Salvo. We're going to talk Glock or 1911.
Salvo shed time.
Yeah. So, Tyler, is the Glock better than the 1911? That's a question, though, that we get asked often.
How is that still relevant?
I know, because they don't make a 46.
They make a 50 GI.
They also make a 21 and a 30 that fires a 45.
Yeah,
but it's back-to-back World War champs.
don't you drive a Toyota?
They won second place.
Yeah, so the Germans and Austrians, the Austrians had a pretty good connection to the,
Fair enough, but you know what? Ergonomics.
Yeah, I agree. Ergonomics.
Grip angle.
I agree, grip angle.
Trigger pull.
Quit being a shitty shot. What else do you have to fall back on? Complexity.
I can work on this gun.
I don't have to.
5-inch barrel.
They make a 5-inch. Not really a true 5-inch. Well, they do actually. Yeah. Think about it. What am I talking about? 34.
Stippling.
Reliability, simplicity. No, I need to go farther.
All right.
Ergonomics, it's comfortable.
Trigger pull.
It's great. 2-stage. Like a rifle.
Well, this costs more.
You're right. It does. A lot more, if I'm not mistaken. Twice the price? More than, that's a good 1911, right? I love Dan Wesson.
Yeah, I actually love Dan Wesson. So this is a Kimber TLE stainless tube.
Talking about a Kimber.
You know,
Old Kimber.
Old Kimber, the custom shop 20 years ago.
Yeah, great stuff.
Fantastic.
Now it's just regular products with the custom shop name on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like any custom. All that it means is that's your full size.
You tell me Smith Wesson Performance Center isn't a real performance center? No way. No way. 100% performance center.
Look, 1911s I think are a blast. They're super fun. I think that everybody should own one. How many do you own?
I have owned.
No, how many do you own?
One.
Me too. Now I've owned 4.
7.
Yeah, they are a blast. And if you say, but I love the design, cool. Nobody's saying that you have to hate on that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Do what's best for you. But if you are arguing one over the other wins, hands down.
Every time.
I mean, this is my 1911. I did a lot of work to make this.
How much work, Vince? How many hours?
More than 10?
Would we say roughly 20?
20-ish. We'll say 20-ish.
Yeah, I bought this and ran 1,000 pounds to it.
Yeah. Also, it was $1,300 off the shelf, and then I had to put another 200-ish.
And 20 hours. And you have a wife and kids, so you don't have a whole lot of free time.
But I can ride cocked and locked with this guy.
I don't have to.
In all seriousness, though, we hear a lot from people that
a lot.
The 1911 is the
superior.
The superior handgun in every way, shape, or form. I hear even like, well, when it runs empty, you can just hit it like a hammer with it, and it'll do the job just fine. You can't do that with the Glock. And I'm like, well,
it takes a lot longer to run that one.
Exactly. But this one shoots a 45, and then they don't realize that one does too. And also, they make 9mm versions of these. Browning makes 380 versions of these. They make 38 Super.
The 45 is not the man stopper we want to believe it is.
Right. And if you want to crack your frame, you can get a 10mm too.
Actually, 45s will crack frames too. The U.S. Army has good reports. Colt did a nice little relief cut. That kind of fixes that.
That helps. It helps.
Prolongs.
Yeah.
I love 1911s. The longer this channel goes on, the more the viewers, you guys will start to understand it. A lot of what I enjoy is memorabilia, militaria, I should say. Most of my firearms are either as modern as I can get, or flip the script, World War I, World War II. I'm a big fan of pretty much anything Cold War. I love me some comm blocks. And because of that, I actually really like the 1911. Yes, my 1911 that I currently own, the one I will not get rid of, is built in the style of an A1. But I've owned modern 1911s, and they're cool. They're really nice. You do get kind of, how much can we do about this gun to really overhaul it to what as close as we can get. And you own them, you shoot them, they're fun, and man, this is an expensive gun that doesn't come close to a Glock.
Well, and that's the thing. Again, I put in hours to make this run reliably.
That's an older Kimber, which they were.
Yes.
Older Kimbers are a lot better. Older Kimbers are good guns.
But I still had to put in hours.
Newer Kimbers are garbage.
You won't be able to put in enough hours.
Yeah.
With those.
Until you build a new gun.
That was to make this reliable. This was reliable out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really and truly, like reliable out of the box. Once you burn through that copper compound,
which you're supposed to shoot the hell out of.
Yeah, and which will actually make it smoother shooting.
It's literally a machining compound, a grinding compound to smooth out all the bearing surfaces.
So it's going to be more reliable and more enjoyable to shoot as you shoot it.
Well, 1911s are enjoyable.
They're enjoyable. Again, like I think that everybody should own one.
They're fun.
Especially if you're any kind of enthusiast, collector, gun nut.
Yeah.
You should own at least one. But I will say this flat out blanket statement: you do get what you pay for in a 1911.
Yeah, you really do.
So, like,
tell me my Springfield range, or not even range officer, mil spec model isn't as good as that?
No, it is not.
That's no way. They're all the same gun inside.
I mean, it's I'm sorry.
It took you a second.
Not at all.
Not even close.
And this is matched out to the T. You can find the custom guns, like the true custom guns, where it is one smith building the gun from the start to the finish. You're gonna pay $3,000 to $5,000 for it.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
And
Atlas 1911s are.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
$5,000 or $10,000. Pick your poison.
But those will run. Not as reliably as a Glock, though.
Yeah. The one thing people still harp on is the domination that the 1911s have in the competition scene. Most people talk about this don't actually watch the competition scene. A lot of these, if you really watch competition, what you see a lot of is Shadow 2s and Glock 34s. There's a local IDPA champion in this central area of Texas we live in. Not going to mention his name. Would you dare guess what gun he runs? And he is literally the IDPA champion for the last 2 years.
Is it this?
No, it's a Glock 26.
Oh man,
the worst Glock that Glock makes. That's a 9mm.
Seriously, it's a brick in the hand.
It's horrible. They all suck. I've said that before. Yeah. All those not single stack. All those subcompact 10-round cell handguns suck.
Some of the biggest Glock fanboys in the world, right here, will tell you the 26 is garbage.
It's a horrible gun. Reliability, great.
Yeah,
everything else.
It's gonna shoot. It's gonna shoot, just not
good.
Yeah, I mean, just get a 19.
Yeah, get a 19X. Get a 43X, I should say. Get a 43.
Get a 43 over a 26.
That 26 sucks. 27 is worse.
Well, you mean 40? It
isn't better?
Oh my goodness.
It's a bigger number. But my big thing with the 1911 scene and why you can really see it is stretching its legs in age. Staccato, Nighthawk, Triarch. They're all trying to modernize the design.
Yes.
And the guns are really expensive and they have issues. Up until very recently, with Staccato or STI, you bought the gun and then you bought the mags and then you paid a gunsmith to tune the guns and the mags together. You had to tune the mags to work with the gun.
I want to point out though, that's a 2011, not a 1911.
It's supposed to be better.
Oh yeah, that's true.
More expensive. Those are $2,000 or more.
Yeah, starting price for the C, I believe, is $2,000.
Yeah, which, wow.
For a
out-of-date handgun.
Yeah, you get into the XLs and the P2 duos, you're looking at around the $300 to $3,500 range.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of guys who are comp shooter day and night, and they will carry a 1911. I'll be the first to say they're a little out of touch. They'll say, certain guns give you a mechanical disadvantage like Glocks. You're trying to justify your purchase. But they kind of are out of their element, because you do see these guys who are very skilled shooters, and they carry Glocks, M&Ps, CTP-10s, SIGs, 320s. They're carrying the modern polymer striker frame handguns that are worse, according to 1911 guys.
Well, and I want to say, I know that there's going to be some of you going, well, my 1911 has never failed me once. And I'll say, you don't shoot it enough.
Yeah, staccatos, 2011s, 2,000 to, if you're lucky, 3,500 rounds in, you're changing your recoil spring. If you say you don't, you're either A line, you're lucky, you're running really low power ammo.
And they take a 500 to 1,000 round break-in period.
Yeah.
So your break-in period is halfway to the point where you're going to be changing.
When you bought your 19X, how many rounds did you run the day you bought it? Or the weekend you went out and shot it?
I did 6 or 7 mags. They were the 19 round mags. So you got to think that's somewhere around, 140-ish rounds?
So like with a few of my 1911s, 4 or 5 malfunctions?
Before I did anything to this,
No,
to
your
make
1911s.
Yeah.
Your Glocks. When you shot your Glock, talking on the world of 1911s, just like a 1911, when you're wearing your Glock in, you had 4 or 5 malfunctions like a 1911, a good 1911 last.
No, I didn't have any malfunctions.
Wait, what?
It was running.
But those do.
That was actually running as tight a groups as my 17. So, which is longer slide, longer barrel. What's up, Tyler?
I think we've reached a conclusion in this video. And the only reason is YouTube is capping us at 15 minutes so we get verified?
Yeah, which will be soon.
So we'll do more.
But I hope we answered your question. Is the 1911 still a viable carry option? No, it's not. But
is it a good gun?
It's a fun gun.
This is better in every way.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, until next time.
So it's a Salvo. I can't actually release it.